I'm 53 years old.
I'm 41 years old.
66 years old.
38 years young.
One Truth 818 serum was super easy to use.
It's a one-stop shop. You just put it on and leave it, and it's fantastic. So easy.
I put it on in the morning, put it on at night, and it's just been amazing for my skincare routine.
Super easy.
My skin was so much better hydrated. Like, I naturally have quite dry skin, and I've noticed a huge difference in that, which has been great.
Really, the plumpness and the glowiness of the skin just felt a lot more hydrated. And even though I started off wearing the serum and a hydrating moisturiser, I stopped that very, very quickly because you just don't need anything extra.
The colour underneath my eyes has definitely, like the bags under my eyes have improved. It's a huge improvement for something I've only used for like 2 months. Felt that my skin really sort of thanked me for that, and probably I had been neglecting it a bit.
My husband told me he thought my skin was looking better, and one of my sons told me that he thought my redness had gone down, which was one of the things I was hoping for, so that was really good.
The way it made my skin feel after a very, very short period of time. Oh, wow. Golly. Yeah, no, that's different. My partner said that my skin was looking great, and also work noticed, some of my work colleagues, yeah.
Well, it's taught me that I should have looked after my face all these years, and I haven't.
How old are you? And 53, and then, wow, you don't look 53. The results that came, as I said, after 2 weeks, it was noticeable.
About a month in, I had a meeting with some friends, and they all accused me of going to get fillers. Yes, there was definitely a difference. My eyes, they're not quite so saggy and baggy, top and bottom, which has always been a bit of a bugbear. I've already told my friends who thought I'd had fillers about it, so...
Hi, I'm Nikki Vincent, and welcome to a very special presentation here on YouTV. Now, I'd like to introduce you to the most powerful serum that I have ever seen or used in my entire life. Believe me, in the last 20 years or so, I have been blown away with the most amazing peptides, ingredients, and the performance of a number of skincare brands. But everything kind of stood still when I was presented with this, One Truth 818. Now, the Nobel Prize winning technology that led Dr. Bill Andrews' discovery of the telomerase gene has influenced an ingredient that is called TAM818 in here. Now, there are articles around the world saying that it is 200 times, not 200 times more powerful than any other discovered ingredient. In fact, it was tested against, I think it was 350,000 other compounds and ingredients, and none of them came close. It's safe to say that this could be the biggest discovery that you and I will ever see in our lifetimes when it comes to a product that can actually stop the aging process in its tracks. Now, this hour of television could be the most rewarding show that you've ever seen. It's going to shed light on exactly why One Truth 818 has no other competition out there, and why the studies in Europe saw 100 women reporting dramatic changes to their skin in just 2 weeks. It's crazy, right? Now, over the next hour, you're going to learn that this is reported to be 200 times more powerful than any other ingredient, and why you can get such life-changing results with this product. Strap in, everyone, because we're about to go on a journey together. It's like almost jumping into the future of skincare, but having it available in the present. It's so exciting, and I'm excited for you. Now, we're going to meet the creator of this brand very shortly. We're also going to hear from Dr. Bill Andrews himself. People who've been trialing it, test results, testimonials. It's all very mind-blowing, but it's going to make sense very soon. So just stay with me. Welcome to the YouTV spring launch of another amazing offer from One Truth 818. The big news is, gone are the days of hope in a jar. This is the truth.
Telomeres are the very tips of your chromosomes. Your chromosomes are where your genes are. They're encoded on a molecule called DNA. Well, DNA is like a long string of beads. And think of these long string of beads as a shoelace. The beads are called bases, and a typical chromosome is about, or a typical DNA molecule inside a chromosome is about 100 million bases in length. Well, think of that as a shoelace, as I said. The caps on your shoelaces are the same as the telomeres on your chromosomes. So on this long string of beads, the very tips of these things are called telomeres. And they protect your chromosomes the same way that the caps on your shoelaces protect your shoelaces.
Now, if you look at the fact that you don't actually need a day cream, a night cream, a serum, eye creams, neck creams, this actually becomes very, very affordable. And it's going to last, I reckon, around 10 weeks. Now, if this came from a major brand, a manufacturing company, you know, the one that starts with L, you would expect to pay $2,000 at least for a serum of this capacity. Now, the main ingredient, TAM 818, is valued at, listen to this, $3 million a kilo. Wow. Now, you can take this home on Afterpay, and if you don't see results, you also have One Truth's 30-day money-back guarantee. Now, I mentioned earlier Dr. Bill Andrews. He is right now the most esteemed, award-winning doctor, and he flies literally all the way around the world to talk to people about how to stop aging. I think he spent over $30 million on the discovery of the miracle molecule TAM 818 that actually stops the appearance of aging, and also is going to reverse the appearance of aging at the same time. Now, you're going to hear a lot about Dr. Bill Andrews during this hour. We're about to meet the founder, Rachel, but first, let me introduce you to the doctor who also will be referring to as your Benjamin Button, who said, "I will cure aging or die trying." Dr. Bill Andrews is known worldwide as not only an award winner, but one of the most esteemed doctors when it comes to discovering the secret that stops the appearance of aging in its tracks. Across the USA, Asia and Europe, Dr. Andrews is in high demand. He frequents Korea and presents at the world's biggest conferences on aging and skincare. He's always seen on TV and in the news, such as the Today Show America that ran a huge story on his discovery, and Korean TV where K-Beauty is taking the world by storm with its skincare products. Dr. Andrews spent $33 million on the discovery of the TAM 818 molecule, and this ingredient is what has made the One Truth 818 one of, if not the most potent, powerful and effective products in the world right now. Try the serum the industry leaders are talking about. Stop the appearance of aging in its tracks with One Truth 818. Well, welcome back and welcome, Rachel. It's lovely to see you.
Thank you, Nikki.
She is our pioneer, our founder of epigenetic skincare right here, and we've got so much to show you this hour. Now, Rachel, understanding the science is absolutely crucial, isn't it, to understanding why this serum is so powerful. So how did you come to work with that esteemed Dr. Bill Andrews?
I know, pretty lucky really, aren't I? Well, you know, at the time when I was introduced to Dr. Bill Andrews, it was by one of his investors. And I owned a skincare clinic for about 10 years. And it was probably halfway through that journey that I met Bill. And I learned things from him that we were never, ever taught at beauty school or at all the postgraduate education that I ever did. You know, I was really schooled in the skin, I thought. But I actually learned what the process of aging looks like. And it's not until you can understand how skin ages that you can actually think to reverse it. You know, so we're going to educate you guys a little bit too, so you can make some really good decisions as well. All comes down to something called telomeres, which we're going to talk to you all about, so you can share those discoveries that I did when I worked with Bill. But I just had such light bulb moments, Nikki, that I could never go back to doing things the way that I did them.
Now, before we start getting into the juicy stuff, the science, I think the most important thing is launching the spring offer. We've got new products for you. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited because I've dressed for spring today. Rachel, take us through the deal.
I will, absolutely. So today what we're offering you is that you buy the serum, and this costs $2.99, and then we're going to give you an enzyme mask absolutely free. And the value of this is $69. So the package would normally cost $368, but you're going to get it for only $299. Now, if you're a first-time customer, you can sign up to be a VIP on our website, and I'm going to give you an extra 15% off.
Wow.
So you get both these products valued at $368 for only $254.
So that's a massive saving of like $113. Now we're going to get to the mask, and I'm so excited because you've kept that quiet from me.
I've been told off.
I also want to talk about something else she's kept quiet from me, the cleanser. This is amazing, next level. And I've always said this is 15% vitamin C in a cleanser, stabilized vitamin C in a cleanser. I've always said if you don't get the cleaning and the, enzymatic going, the mask and everything else, you're going to have debris, and a $200 cream will not work. So if you're buying the deal today, please add the cleanser in. You will not be sorry. And we're going to talk about it later. It's so much more than a cleanser. And I'm going to also task you on the enzyme mask because you've told me I can't use masks and now you're giving me an exfoliator, but we'll talk about that next.
We will.
But let's start up, Rachel. The big question, what actually causes aging?
Yep. Perfect place to start because it's not what most people think. And when I say to people, what do you think aging is? They're like, oh, it's hot flushes, or it's
Why are you
aches.
looking at me when you say that?
Or looking at myself in the mirror too, or it's aches and pains,
Yeah.
or yes, we know it's wrinkles and that sort of thing, but what does it look like on a biological level? Now, those things called telomeres that I was talking to you about, you might never have heard of them, but they were actually discovered in the 1930s. And scientists thought they were just these long tails attached to the end of our DNA, part of that spiral chain DNA ladder that we see going on. Now, in the 50s, Professor Leonard Hayflick was studying cells, and he realized that cells can only divide about 50 times before the cell dies. He didn't know why at the time, but actually, it all comes down to the telomere because every time a cell divides, the telomere shortens. Now, could you imagine if we didn't have telomeres, here's what would happen instead, right? The cell would divide and we would lose a piece of our DNA and we would have mutated ourselves out of existence. We wouldn't even be here. So go the telomere, it's there to protect our
only
DNA.
50 times in a lifetime.
In a lifetime. In a lifetime. So cell divides, telomere shortens, it gets down really short. It's called the Hayflick limit, those 50 divisions. And the cell thinks, hey, if I divide again, things are going to go completely haywire, so I'm not going to do that. And the cell dies. So scientists literally call telomeres the clock of aging. Now, I liked the look on your face when you were like, only 50 times, because I know where your mind is already going, Nikki. It's if you pick up someone else's skin cream bottle and it's called anti-aging, it's going to say, I'm so amazing because I increase cell turnover. I'm so amazing because I increase cell division. And what happens is when you increase cell division, your skin is going to feel a little bit smoother. And that's because you've brought stuff to the surface that wasn't ready to be there yet. But it's a real false economy because you've only got those 50 divisions. So you really want to slow that process down. So for the majority of people there, sadly, it's particularly the ladies and men who are really into anti-aging. All of those products in your drawer will all be increasing cell turnover and cell division and
So
aging you faster.
I feel like we've been robbed. We're accidentally
been
aging
duped.
ourselves.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
So cell division is aging.
Correct.
And all of those products that we've spent hundreds of dollars on are aging us faster. Sorry, it takes a while, even though I've heard the story so many times, it blows my mind each time to realise how much you've spent on skincare and procedures and, Now, listen to this, because we're going to look at how we are accidentally aging ourselves, and we'll be back the other side of this.
Cell division equals aging. Yet many products damage your skin by increasing cell turnover in order to bring younger and fresher cells to the surface faster. Without knowing it, you could be accidentally aging your skin faster. One Truth 818 goes to the root cause of aging, supporting telomere health and cell lifespan with the power of TAM 818. Clinically and dermatologically proven. Real results, real people. When it comes to anti-aging, there is only one truth. One Truth 818.
So we know we're accidentally aging ourselves, but is there a way to reverse the biological process, Rachel?
There is. And that's actually exactly what Dr. Bill Andrews has done. And why, as you said, he's so esteemed and so respected, and he's actually flown around the world. He teaches doctors and other scientists on the process of aging. And so what Dr. Bill Andrews discovered is a gene called telomerase. Well, he named it telomerase because he discovered it, right? That's kind of people I get to hang out with.
That's cool.
But what happens is when this gene is switched on, it expresses an enzyme called telomerase, which runs down to the end of that telomere and re-lengthens it again. So literally biological age reversal. Because if you want a younger cell or you want younger skin, because that's what we're here to talk about, you need to have longer telomeres. It is the only way to make something younger again. So forcing something to the surface faster to look a bit younger for a small amount of time, that's aging you faster on a biological level. But if you want younger skin, which will act younger, look younger, be younger, you need to lengthen those telomeres. And that's what Dr. Bill Andrews discovered, literally the way to reverse biological aging.
Now, just going back to your story, you were in the industry.
Yeah.
Now, tell us honestly, what was the deal with the industry?
You know, the industry got so good at what we now know is so bad.
The beauty industry.
Absolutely. So it used to be that if somebody said, and we're going to talk a little bit about exfoliating later on, but if somebody said, I'm just going to have a little exfoliation, that's what it was. But then that got upped to, oh, I'm going to have a skin peel. And it was layers and layers of skin being removed. And I would be in clinics sometimes, you know, educating and see people coming out of rooms with blisters on their face, Nikki, honestly, and saying, oh, this is so good because when this heals, it's going to look amazing. And then we started using lasers to blow skin apart. And, you know, I'm not making this up. If you literally say, what's the definition of an ablative laser, for example, it is to explode something using heat. So we have been indoctrinated to think that if we want younger skin, we need to destroy our face to regrow a new one. And it was really horrifying me. So it was around that time that I met Dr. Bill Andrews. And I just thought, oh, bingo, you know, my gut was right. How can sandblasting your face with a microdermabrasion, for example, be good for you, you know? And I sort of chuckle at it now because who knew destroying your face would be a bad thing? It just sounds so silly, doesn't it?
But I mean, I've
really
been and
is.
had my fair share of like micro needling and stuff like that to promote the collagen to come to the surface and heal. And you come out and you just look like you've had an accident, and it's sore and it's painful, but you are told that that's good for you.
Yes, and that's what we now believe, that that's okay.
But it's aging us.
It is aging you faster. And I mean, everything in me just shudders when I hear stories like that. You know, I would have people saying to me, oh, I've been using this really strong retinol and my skin is falling off my face, but I got told it's okay, it's a retinoic response, just to keep on using it. At what point did we become really silly, Nikki? You know, like scraping your face off, using something on your face that makes it drop off, and then being told it was good for us. It really isn't. And the industry is so backwards. I can see a shift happening at the moment. People are starting to talk about skin longevity and things which are actually beneficial for the skin. You know, biohacking at a cellular level, and that warms my heart.
Telomere technology has been in the news an awful lot. Like it's becoming an everyday word now.
Yes.
Like you've been doing it for 10 years, thousands of happy customers who have, you know, believed the technology and got results. But people, the whole world is opening up now and thinking, they're onto something.
Yes.
Now, talking about results and treatments, expensive treatments that go wrong, what about Kim? Because that was a particular story, wasn't it?
Yeah, bless her. So Kim Jackson, she's a beautiful Australian actress, and she works here and she works over in America as well. And she actually contacted me out of the blue. I didn't know Kim, and she'd seen one of my presentations, and she said, thank you so much, because now I understand what has gone wrong with my skin. And she said, I'm early 40s, my skin is thin, it's crepey, I look really old, and I've had over 30 laser treatments. So she had just been doing exactly what she'd been told to do, and it had aged her faster. So poor thing, she's now in this place in her life going, I've spent thousands of dollars, my face is my commodity because I'm an actress, and I've aged myself faster. What do I do? So immediately she got onto One Truth 818 and started using that. And she probably took about 6 weeks before she noticed a difference at all, because she had really done a lot of damage. But yes, you can reverse the damage.
So is it ever too late? I mean, can it work on mature skin?
Absolutely, it can work on mature
70,
skin.
80-year-old skin.
Yeah, well, we all know, like I'm talking about these long telomeres, right? These long tails on the end of your DNA. So we know between when you're born and you've got long tails and when that cell dies and there's nothing to it, there's old age. Right, there's middle age, there's old age. So those short and critically short telomeres on those cells, those are the cells which are making you look older, because an old cell doesn't produce collagen, doesn't produce elastin, it vomits pigment onto the surface of the skin. So you get that motley kind of look going on. They're not called age spots for nothing. So you do get them at old age when they're looking bad. But here's the clever thing. That enzyme called telomerase, when that is expressed, it preferentially lengthens the shortest telomeres first. So the ones causing all the problems are the short and critically short telomeres. When you unleash that enzyme telomerase, it goes straight to those cells and reverses those ones first. So you're literally correcting the problem ones first rather than spreading it as, you know, a thin layer of the whole lot. So it's very, very clever. So if you're looking at me or looking at Nikki and thinking, you know, I'm 20 years older, 30 years older, you know, whatever it might be, it is still going to work for you. And it's never too late to, wherever you are in life, to give yourself younger skin.
And to look your best at the end of the day.
Yeah, to reset it.
Yeah, and with that, you get the confidence that, you know, maybe you can look at yourself in the mirror again. Now, we said in the start of the show about the potency, Rachel, 200 times more powerful. It's an incredible cream that's going to replace your neck cream, your eye cream, your every cream that you need out there. Hydration, moisturization.
Yes.
Tell us.
Yeah. So I guess the thing is, when I first started going down this journey with Dr. Bill Andrews, I didn't even know that we could do all those things, because I came from a really traditional beauty background, and I thought, right, we're going to need a moisturizer, an eye cream, a neck cream, you know, all the things that we're all taught we need. But this goes to the root cause of aging, you know, within your cell. It's epigenetic skincare. So it gets in there and switches a gene on that makes that cell younger again. So you just need the one product. And I purposefully formulated it so that it can go over the eye area. So it's non-irritating, it's dermatologically tested, it's non-sensitizing. And of course, it's going to come over the lip area and down the neck area, your décolleté, depending on how far you want to go. But this is your one-hit product. Now,
and you're the only company in the world that has TAM 818.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's exciting.
So no one else can use it topically. And as you saw in Nikki, it is, so some serums are like a watery kind of serum, but that really annoys me, because you know the water ones, and you've paid so much money for them and they slip between your fingers and you lose them and you're wasting your money. So I made it into a gel consistency. So the majority of people don't even need a moisturizer.
It's luxurious.
Yeah. So please, you know, don't buy an eye cream, a neck cream, a night cream, you know, to go with your serum. Just use this. And I did a survey a little while ago. I was really interested, and over 60% of people who use this now actually save money on their anti-aging skincare.
Exactly. Well, we're going to give you the deal, and if you work out what you're paying for your current hydrator, you know, your current neck cream, your eye cream, all the other creams, but we're going to let you spring into your skin with this new spring launch deal. Rachel Chu, take it away.
Yeah. So today you're going to buy the serum, which is your all-in-one, your eye cream, your neck cream, your moisturizer, your pigmentation treatment, your hydrator. You can't do better than your One Truth 818 serum. It usually costs $2.99, but we're going to give you a free enzyme mask today, and we'll talk about that soon, and that's valued at $69. So total value $368. You're going to pay only $2.99. If you're a first-time customer with us, you can sign up to become a VIP member, and you're going to pay only $254.15 for both the products. So you're going to save $113.85. Now, just for those of you who are listening who are already VIPs with me, check your emails. I've got something special for you.
Oh, wonderful. You're so kind to our beautiful viewers. Now, when it comes to this price, yes, it might kind of shock you, $200, you know, for a cream. But how much are you paying for your vitamin C serum, your neck creams, your day, night creams, your eye creams? When you add all of that up, that adds up to hundreds. So you're actually saving money by using One Truth 818, but you're also getting active ingredients that are known to be 200 times more potent than any other compound ingredient in the world. So you're saving money, you're getting the best of the technology. So for me, it's a win-win. I don't know about you.
Yeah, it's all I use.
And you look amazing. But,
Oh,
you know,
thank you, Nikki.
I'm so excited because it's been 10 years, Rachel, that people have been loving your product. Thousands of women have got results, all ages. Let's hear a little bit more now from Dr. Bill Andrews about discovering TAM 818.
We started off with discovering that, as I mentioned, every time our cells divide, our telomeres get shorter, but that's not true in our reproductive cells. Our reproductive cells, cell divides, the telomeres don't get shorter. And we discovered this enzyme called telomerase. Telomerase is produced in our reproductive cells, and what happens every time the cell divides, telomeres do get a little bit shorter, but then telomerase re-lengthens it back to the original length. Long story short, we have found that if we overproduce telomerase in cells, we find that the telomeres actually start getting longer, which was the first hint that we actually had discovered a way to possibly reverse human aging and declining health. So we took this enzyme and we put it into normal skin cells. Remember, it's only produced in reproductive cells, but when we put it in normal skin cells, we found that these cells stopped aging and actually became younger by every method of measurement you can imagine.
Stop the appearance of aging in its tracks, and that's what it's all about, giving us the confidence to look in the mirror again. It doesn't have to be normal, what you're going through, what the amount that you've been spending. You can cut that spend and you can get results with this amazing technology. So I want to talk mature skin again. We touched on it a little bit before we saw Dr. Bill Andrews. You've actually got some studies or cases of wonderful ladies who have mature skin, and you're going to talk us through those.
We do, absolutely, because the before and afters that we had independently done, they were 36 to 65, and people keep emailing me going, what about older people? So you can see here Felicity, the results she got after 1 month. So that's after about half a bottle's use, Sticky. Now,
She looks 10 years young, 20 years younger.
she does, yeah. And Felicity just said, I don't recognise the person looking back at me, you know, and that was what prompted her to try it. But you can see the lifting all over her face.
The vibrancy, the luminosity.
Yeah. So when you lift a face, what happens is the marionette lines, as we call them, they lift because the gravity is gone. You know, the hooding under the eyes lifts. The 11Zs, the frown lines, they lift because gravity falling forwards with all that doesn't help any of those problems. But the pores, the quality of her skin, the even colour and texture all over it. So it kind of explains, you know, what a product can do when you go to the root cause of aging. Now, Annette here has really softened the look of her. Now, she has very deep lines. I'm not promising plastic surgery, nor would I want to have that look, because I think people should look like they've smiled over a lifetime. But it has really softened those deep lines after just using 1 bottle. So this was a 2-month trial.
That was 1 bottle. Look at the appearance of the depth of wrinkle there has completely diminished.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness me. I love this one, Lorraine.
Good, yeah. So Lorraine and Annette are both in their mid-70s. So they were having some really deep lines going on that they didn't want. You know, they didn't look like Barbie dolls, but they just wanted to look a little bit younger. So we've got some really, really deep lines here. Do you see the colour? The coarseness of the skin has actually really softened and lightened up as well. But I mean, again, you're looking at like 10 years after just 1 bottle's use. And as you can see, Lorraine is still smiling. So she hasn't had to, you know, relax her muscles in order to stop those wrinkles.
Look at the neck. Oh, don't we all aspire to that?
Necks can be problematic. Now, the whole quality of the skin here has changed. You can see, this is what I mean by gravity. This is a perfect example, right? It's like sort of flappy and loose.
And the neck is a dead giveaway, isn't it?
Yeah. It has lifted, it has strengthened, and not just the fine lines, but those deep wrinkles and those deep lines have all been lifted and shifted after 1 bottle's use of One Truth 818.
Is it okay if I use a bottle all at the same time? Sorry, I'm getting in there for my neck. I'm not leaving it to chance. So that covers off the questions that we've had about, is it ever too late? No, it's never too old. You're never too old. It's never too late. Absolutely not. Now, I just want to talk about what else we're getting with this deal, because you're getting an enzyme exfoliator included with this. I want to play with it. Tell us all about it, Rachel, because you kind of have told me before about doing things to my face with
I have.
exfoliation. And now
Yes.
you're giving me a mask. Talk me
Oh,
through
well,
it.
thanks to me, Nikki no longer uses microdermabrasion. But that was
so true, actually.
There was actually the confusion. You know, people were saying to me, but I do love a little exfoliate. You know, I love the glow afterwards, or if I've got a special occasion or something. And like I said, you know, a little while ago, a little exfoliation used to be removing the dead skin cells from the surface of the skin so that your skin felt smoother. Before the skin industry grabbed it and ran with it and made it, let's blast your whole face off and give you a new face. So this is an enzyme exfoliator, not an enzyme destroyer, should I say. So there is a tiny little bit of glycolic and lactic acid in here, almost 5%. Now, if you went to a professional and has skin peel, we're talking 70%. Okay, so very, very gentle.
Right.
You have also got it in this beautiful base of coconut, aloe vera, squalene, hyaluronic acid. You've got all these, here we go. Do you want to play with this one?
May
Put this on
I?
our hands. Yeah.
How much do I pop on my hand?
You can, that's probably a lot, probably half of that. A little goes a long way. I'm always about saving people money and having value for money as well.
Okay.
So hyaluronic acid, squalene, coconut, aloe vera. So it's the only exfoliating mask you'll ever use where your skin feels more moisturized after you've used it.
And not like, because a lot of exfoliation, you have to, they've got those beads in and things like that, or seeds, and you feel like you've scratched your face and you have to put half a thing of hydrator or moisturizer on. This feels delicious.
Yeah.
How long do I leave it on for?
Do you know, you can leave it for up to 20 minutes. So me being me, I'm a little bit quick and a little bit lazy. I'll pop it on in the morning, the days I'm using it, no more than twice a week, please, folks. I'll put it on, I'll pack the school lunches, I'll do all my faffing about, and then I'll jump in the shower and rinse it off in the shower. And that's me done. So that's how you can fit it in.
So this, how many times a week do you use it?
No more than twice.
So this is basically going to get rid of all of the cellular debris, all of the stuff that sits on the top of the skin.
Correct.
That prevents your beautiful potions and lotions going in. So this is going to potentiate the results even further of the 1 Truth 818.
Absolutely, because skin does flake off. That's its natural process. But what can happen sometimes, you know, for people who have dry skin perhaps or dehydrated skin, is that it can just not slough off and it can stay sitting on the surface of the skin. That's why exfoliation was originally invented, just to remove that. It's called the stratum disjunctum, the stuff that should have fallen off but hasn't. So this is not going to remove any healthy live cells and increase cell turnover, but it is going to give you back that exfoliated glow. So I can promise you can now exfoliate, but with none of the damage. And enzymatic means that you've got these little enzymes there that literally just eat those dead skin cells off. So as Nikki
love it,
said,
like little Pac-Man.
Yeah, like a little Pac-Man for the
Yeah.
dead skin cells, not the good ones. So you're not scraping and you're not causing any damage to your skin.
I am so love it. I love a good mask, me. I'm an absolute sucker for a good
It
mask.
is that nice treat. So for those of you
Oh,
who like
wow.
spoil yourself, you will love this.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Nikki, look at it next to your other
Sorry,
hand.
look at this mouldy old hand, that dodgy one, and look at the brightness. Oh wow! And look at
Yeah. And that's why we
That's
exfoliate,
insane.
right? So that you can get that beautiful glow, but you don't want the damage. Pop the serum on top of that now.
I'm a happy lady. Sorry, I always go mad with the serum as well. I just love the product. It's so luxurious and really absorbs in beautifully. And look at the difference in the two hands. This hand, this hand is struggling, it's miserable, it's depressed, and this one's out on the town, it's vibrant. Look at that.
It's glammed. Now, the
Oh,
serum's
wow.
got jojoba, macadamia, sunflower, plant phospholipids, omegas. It is a beautiful formulation. It's
It's
actually
a gift of nature, really, isn't it?
It's, do you know what? It's the best of science, but it's over 95% natural ingredients as well.
Yeah.
You know, no fake colours, no fake fragrances. So it's really the best of every world.
Look at that. 10 years, 20 years younger.
Oh.
Come on, give us the deal, Rachel.
Today you're going to buy the serum and we're going to give you the enzyme exfoliating mask absolutely free. And if you sign up, if you're a first-time customer, you can get both of these products for only $254.15 and they're valued at $368. So your total saving is over $113. And if you're watching this thinking, but I'm a second-time customer or a third-time customer, please check your emails, folks, because I would never forget you. I have a little secret special in your emails waiting for you.
Oh, that's exciting. So go to onetruth818.com.au. Now, the most important thing is results, of course. Tell us about the testing in Italy, because it was very, very stringent, wasn't it?
It was, and it was completely independent. So we had this massive body of studies from Dr. Bill Andrews showing that TAM818 is the most potent telomerase activating molecule ever discovered by over 200 times, showing what it did on skin fibroblast cells, but it was all in petri dishes. And I mean, that's all great and it's massive scientific breakthroughs, but what does it do for me? You know, how does that make me look? And so we tasked Abbott Laboratories in Italy to find 100 volunteers. And they were going, you don't need 100 volunteers, Rachel, you can do it with just 14. I said, no, I'm literally flipping the skincare industry on its head. It's got to be irrefutable. And I don't want anyone under the age of 35 because I want to sell this to women whose skin is either very mature or starting to mature. So 100 volunteers aged 36 to 65 tried this for 30 days. And Abbott Laboratories measured at 14 days, the 2-week mark. And I remember back then thinking, gosh, is there any point in measuring at 2 weeks? It's not very long at all. But boy, when you see the results that we got on these folks after just 14 days and then again at the end of 30 days. And there were doctors that ran the test. We had nothing to do with it. You can see this one here. So that's after 1 month. So again, that's half a bottle. And those lines have completely diminished. The colour of the age spots on the cheekbone, you know, a lot of people have sunspots there. That is also completely diminished. The quality of the skin has changed.
I love this.
Yeah. So just brightening up the eye is a really, and people will look at you. They'll start going, oh, you look really well, Nikki. You know, or what have you done? What are you doing differently? It's that sort of thing. So you're still you, but just a younger version of yourself.
It's the texture as well. When was the last time you at home maybe felt that you had that kind of plump, glowy kind of, it's a look of youth, isn't it? It's like a juicy grape compared to a raisin kind of vibe.
Yeah. And I laugh. I'm like, the only part of me that I want fat is my face. You know, it's like if my face gets fatter and fatter, then that's a good thing in my book.
Okay, I'm going to give you a chance to shop. Don't go anywhere because we'll be back the other side of this.
One Truth 818 is revolutionizing the world of skincare. It contains TAM818, the most expensive active ingredient in the world that is patented and exclusive to One Truth 818. Independent clinical trials in Italy showed reversals of the major signs of aging on 100 volunteers in as little as 2 weeks. 11 years of research and $33 million invested by award-winning microbiologist Dr. Bill Andrews, PhD, and his team at Sierra Sciences led to the discovery of the TAM818 molecule. This active ingredient is the strongest of over 350,000 other compounds tested. It's so powerful that it's scientifically proven in vitro to slow down the aging process. The discovery of telomeres, the protective caps of our chromosomes that shorten as we age, redefined the aging process and was awarded a Nobel Prize in Physiology. Dr. Bill Andrews then went on to discover human telomerase, the enzyme that re-lengthens telomeres and reverses and stops the aging process. One Truth 818 is the only skincare system in the world using TAM818 and endorsed by Dr. Andrews. It was created by Rachel Degas, a skin expert who many are calling the pioneer of epigenetic skincare. She is credited for her work in conducting the largest ever topical telomerase activation studies. You only need to use the smallest amount. It is extremely potent, and One Truth 818 will last around 10 weeks. It can replace several products including neck creams, eye creams, lip creams, moisturizers, and pigmentation treatments, which saves you time and makes this serum even more affordable. It's time to discover One Truth 818, stemming from Nobel Prize-winning science, and treat your skin like never before. Reverse, correct, and prevent with One Truth 818, the world's biggest scientific skincare breakthrough. Stop the appearance of aging in its tracks with One Truth 818.
Now, when you're purchasing yours today, this amazing spring offer, can I just say, and I'm going to slip this in, you must get the cleanser at the same time. Whoever's buying, please get the cleanser and add it in, because this is not your average communal garden cleanser. This is next level. This has got 15% of stabilized vitamin C. Now, some people create a whole product just around that stabilized vitamin C, which could be another $100 odd, $200. But you've actually got it in the cleanser. Tell us about this.
We do. And it was really funny because we were talking about the cleanser before the show, and you and Michael said, oh my goodness, do you not realise how amazing this is? So you can actually
because you've hidden it from me all this time. I've been saying I need a cleanser, and there you are hiding it until
this
now.
Is perfect. Can you see on your hand? If you like a cream cleanser, you can do what Nikki's done and just use it without any water. But, here we go, Nikki, add a little bit of water to that before you wipe it off. If you are like me, and you like a slightly foaming cleanser, you can actually...
Have I done it wrong?
A little bit. You have a little bit. That's what you do if you like a cream cleanser.
Okay.
Okay, I'll show you mine.
See, I love my hand. I'm in love with life again. Look at that.
So if you look at me, I have put the tiniest little bit on my hand here. Right, probably about a third of what Nikki put on.
Oh.
And now I am popping this up.
It is beautiful.
So it is really lightly foaming. So I use mine in the shower. Honestly, people don't believe how lazy I am. If I can't cleanse in the shower, I don't want to use it, right? You know, I want to be able to do everything really simply. It has got 15% vitamin C. It's got organic aloe vera, coconut, a myriad of beautiful essential oils in this. Now, it says on the bottle, don't use over the eye area because of that 15% vitamin C. But I'm going to be honest with you, I use it over my eye area. Again, it's laziness, because I want to be able to take my eye makeup off with the same cleanser. So it is amazing at removing eye makeup, but just be careful, okay? But you can use it as the whole thing.
So you've got the vitamin C in there, the stabilised vitamin C, which is important. So that is going to basically assist with collagen synthesis.
Yes.
And hydration and brightening, you know, if you've got the pigmentation. And then you add in the TAM 818, the One Truth 818 on top of it. Oh, with these combined and the mask once or twice a week, you won't know yourself. Seriously. How do we get hold of this? Have a fish around on the website, oneandtruth818.com.au, and you will find the cleanser.
Yeah.
Tell us about our main spring offer deal.
So our main spring special today is buy the serum and get the enzyme exfoliating mask for free. So these are valued at $368, but you can get them for $299. Or you can sign up to become a VIP with us and get both of them for only $254.15. So onetruth818.com.au or 1-800-000-818, and that is a free phone, and we deliver for free as well all over Australia.
And you've got a 30-day money-back guarantee, and we can use Afterpay.
You can, which excites me. I'm an Afterpay shopper.
Oh, me too. Do you know what I also love about there's PayPal as well, because you can take the full part payments, can't you?
You can, and we've got Zip as well.
Yeah.
So we make it really, really easy to buy from us. And, you know, when you sign up to become a VIP as well, because I understand there's a lot of information that you're getting today, but I start drip feeding you some emails with a little bit of the science in really easy to understand ways, because here's the next thing, and I know this, people watch this show and then they go, I need to tell all my friends about this. How do I explain that to my friends? So it just kind of helps you with that little bit too. And what I love, I've had people say to me in the past, you know, once they hear a presentation, they go, I can't unhear what I just heard. I need to change the way I'm doing things.
Okay, if I said to you, Rachel, in 2 minutes, can you explain to me what is One Truth 818? How does it work? In 2 minutes, how could you do that?
I can, all right. Everything you've been told is not correct, okay? Cell division equals aging. Every time your cells divide, your telomeres shorten until they're so short that the cell can't divide anymore and it dies. It doesn't have a choice. Now, true age reversal comes from re-lengthening those telomeres. And Dr. Bill Andrews screened over 350,000 compounds looking for something that could switch on the telomerase enzyme, which runs down to the end of the telomeres and re-lengthens them again. Now, the 314,818th molecule, yes, 818, is the molecule which is the world's strongest telomerase activator. So it literally switches on a gene that expresses an enzyme that undoes the biological aging process. So I am talking about having younger cells, having younger skin. Now, why do we want younger skin? Because, well, look at a picture of yourself 20 years ago, right? Younger skin, it makes collagen, it makes elastin, so it lifts, it plumps, it has even pigmentation. Now, what you've been doing probably is aging yourself faster by using products that are accelerating cell division, because cell division, here's my nutshell, isn't it always? Cell division equals aging.
Amazing explanation there. That was in 2 minutes. Now, it's, I want to talk clinical proof very quickly, but just to cover off, it is paraben-free and typical preservative-free. Take us through what we're seeing on the screen, Rachel.
Yeah, absolutely. So these are the results from Abbott from that independent testing. So independent, they posted me the results, Nikki. Had to wait weeks for them to arrive in an envelope. But 90% of people noticed an improvement in skin roughness and wrinkle depth within 2 weeks.
That's huge.
92% noticed an improvement in skin hydration levels within 2 weeks. And this is on 100 people, right? So the statistics are very real. And 100% of them had no adverse reactions to the serum. So that was obviously a wee survey. What the doctors measured was skin smoothness improved by almost 10% in the eye area. We're talking about a one bottle trial. Forehead wrinkles decreased by over 14% and crow's feet decreased by over 11%. Now, skin firmness, this really excites me. Skin firmness improved by 20.33%. Now,
So
tell you
it plumped
why.
up a fifth.
Well, to be able to improve, a fifth. Yeah, that's the best way to put it. And to be able to improve lift, you have to have elastin. And as you age, your skin doesn't produce elastin anymore.
It's like a mattress with no springs.
It is, and it sinks and it all sags. But if you're producing more elastin just by putting something topically on your face, that product is working. I don't know any other product that increases elastin levels because you've given up doing it as you get older. So your cells become younger again for that to be happening. And then that's why that excites me so much, as well as, this, because that's what happens with that lift.
Now, if you didn't see it earlier, I'm going to show you my favourite result that was achieved in 1 month. Now, this is Felicity. This was 1 month. And for me, it's her face is filled out. The texture is beautiful, the luminosity that she has to her face. They're just incredible results. Leanne.
Yeah. So Leanne was, she was a real sweetie, but look at those deep crow's feet, And so Abbott measured them, and crow's feet were improved by over 11%, or over 14%. And you can see it. This is what that statistic looks like, Eye bags completely gone. There's an overhang on those eyes that just doesn't exist anymore. And this is Donna, she was in her late 30s. So everyone's going to get different results. The pigmentation from the age, this is the typical Kiwi Australian skin, this one, isn't it, Michelle? But those really deep lines around her eyes, the hooding on her eyelid, I really want you to look at her eyelid, how much it's lifted.
Wow, Esther.
Yes, and Esther is Felicity's daughter. So they actually did it together. That's why theirs is only a 1 month. They did a little 1 month trial and took a photo and sent it to me and then carried on using it for years, actually. But Esther was thinking about going and getting some things injected into her skin and thought, I'm just going to try this first. And, needless to say that she is just stuck with one truth.
That's insane.
And yep, so again, 1 month is it's half a bottle.
So here's the deal. Take it away, Miss Rachel.
This month, our spring special, you're going to buy your serum and we're going to give you the enzyme exfoliator mask, which has transformed Nikki's hand right here in front of you, so that you can still get that exfoliated glow, but with zero damage to your skin. If you're first time, sign up for get special offers from me, and you can have a total savings of $113.85. 1-800-000-818 or onetruth818.com.au. Very easy to purchase from us.
I'm very excited for your journey at home. I'm so excited as well that Rachel is giving you the mask. This is spring. Spring is here. Spring into new skin. How about we do that? What a fantastic offer. Thank you so much, Rachel.
My pleasure, Nikki.
Take care. Go to onetruth818.com.au, pick up your serum, pick up your free mask, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.